It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing. Maria, Hall & Sons Auto Care, Sticks and Stones.
Good afternoon, and folks, we've made it through another work week on this Friday edition of your Daily Community Briefing. I'm Michael Watkins, and we're glad to have you along here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV, Channel 9. Today on our newscast, we've got a second COVID-19 related death in Madison County. We'll give you the details on that. EKU held a press conference this morning. They discussed the allegations made by players about COVID-19 and the investigation that followed that. We'll have a recap of the EKU press conference. Governor Beshear announced more relief aid to those receiving unemployment. We've got the information on that. And we have the details on a pair of arrests that took place earlier this week and an inspiring story of a girl from Madison County who is receiving a Make-A-Wish. We've got those coronavirus numbers for you locally and a recap of the governor briefing from yesterday. All that and more coming your way right now on your daily community briefing, which is brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, your home for all the best outdoor power equipment like Cub Cadet. Check out their curbside shopping on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Scrubsy's, a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way in Richmond, taking care of the ones who take care of us with scrubs for men, women, shoes, and more. Like them on Facebook for more information. And Davis & Powell Funeral Home. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. The Madison County Health Department in our lead story is saddened to announce another death related to COVID-19 in Madison County. This loss is the second death reported in Madison County due to the pandemic. Our thoughts and prayers are with the friends and family as they mourn the loss of their loved one during this difficult time, said Judge Executive Reagan Taylor. The passing of yet another Madison Countian is a reminder that the virus is still very present in our community. I continue to encourage citizens to make responsible choices as recommended by the CDC and our local health department to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Madison County Health Department continues to urge residents to take actions to reduce the spread of COVID-19 in Madison County and across the Commonwealth. Those actions are frequent hand washing, avoiding mass gatherings, and maintaining at least a 6-foot distance between yourself and others when in a public place, wearing a face mask that covers the mouth and nose, staying home if you are sick, cooperating with contact tracing investigations. For more information about COVID-19, Madison County residents can call 859-623-7312, or they can visit the following recommended links, which are kycovid19.ky.gov or www.madisoncountyhealthdept.org. A list of COVID-19 testing sites in Madison County remains available on the Madison County Health Department webpage. Daily case counts are shared Monday through Friday on social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and graphs charting a 7-day average of daily case counts are also shared each Monday. Well, earlier today, I attended a press conference with the Director of Athletics, Matt Rohn, at EKU. The investigation about the ongoing Instagram post that was put up by a former player that had stepped down earlier this year, and we talked about other things within the football program as well. University Human Resources was notified on August 5th, 2020 about the social media post a day after Landon White made his post on Instagram. An additional compliance report and an investigation began in accordance with applicable university policies. HR Human Resources selected 20 individuals associated with the football program for an interview, including 9 football players, 7 staff members, 2 volunteer coaches, 1 student employee, and head football coach Walt Wells. Interviews with those identified, as well as the available information, supports that there have been at least some compliance-related issues within the football program regarding COVID-19 protocols and procedures. However, the information also supports that these compliance issues have been generally resolved and that there are protocols in place to encourage future reporting of possible compliance issues as well as addressing these issues effectively. No willful or egregious compliance concerns were corroborated, and the available information supports that head coach has exercised reasonable judgment with staff and players' safety related to COVID-19, given the unprecedented nature of the pandemic, as well as the associated novel and evolving safety protocols. Now, EKU continues to do their testing each week on Wednesday, and this past week they tested 137 people with only 2 positives coming back. With more of that press conference, here is a recap.
Probably one of the worst kept secrets as things started to leak out this week. is that we do intend to move forward with a full, more than 4 fall football schedule. The fact that I work with you all, I represent alums and supporters, I work with coaches, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to student athletes. And student athletes are our number one priority. And they were very, very clear in the more than 2 or 3 individual, group setting meetings that I had with them that they intended to play, they wanted to play, and a lot of their uncertainty was caused by wondering, are we in fact going to play? And so my job has been to try to put together the best schedule that I possibly can, with their health and well-being at top of mind. And so our schedule, I think, is something that fans can be excited about. And I hope that you'll agree and kind of share in the excitement that I have for it.
You talked about a player that could opt out of the season. Will they get another year of eligibility? Can you redshirt that player? What are your options there?
There was some guidance that was put out that basically said, this was about 10 days ago, that any student athlete participating in fall competition, and I'm forgetting, there's so many different layers of the NCAA hierarchy, I forget which one put it out, but that unless you play in more than 50% of the minimum number of games, then you would retain your eligibility. I know that the conference commissioners have shared with the D1 Council. The D1 Council has shared with the Board of Governors that meets today. They support student athletes being able to play an unlimited number of games this year, and that not counting towards their eligibility. So if you're a redshirt sophomore and you play 11, you can come back next year as a redshirt sophomore. So it'll be different. And again, I think what is right for our institution is to play in the fall. Too much uncertainty, whether it does occur, what it looks like, the impact to not only football but 15 other teams. When I talk about the safety aspect, I think everybody around the country wants to return to a normal 2021 fall as quickly as we can. And so the idea that we could play 18 to 22 games, 18 to 24 games in a calendar year with not a ton of consideration as to how that impacts our student athletes from a safety standpoint, ultimately just helps us get to the conclusion that a fall football schedule with the infrastructure that we have in place, the protocols that we've built, the resources that we've expended on testing and PPE and all of that sort of stuff. The knowns that we have, we're comfortable with moving forward. It's the unknowns in the spring that gave us kind of pause and concern with that. No, you're right. I mean, Turkey Hughes came up with the idea for the OVC in 1941, and there was something called World War II that slowed his idea into coming into fruition, but it came into fruition in 1948. We love this league. We founded this league. We've remained in it and loyal for a long time, but nobody's ever gone through a global pandemic.
Thanks, Matt. And Matt Rohn, the Director of Athletics, talking about how EKU has decided to forego the spring OVC season and play their own season and own schedule here in the fall. And that schedule will begin on September 5th at Marshall University, followed by a September 12th visit to West Virginia University. On September 26th, the team will travel to the Citadel. October 10th, they'll have a home game versus the University of Central Arkansas. On October 17th, they will travel to Troy University down in Alabama. On October 31st, they will play at the University of Central Arkansas, so playing the University of Central Arkansas on 2 occasions during the fall season. On November 7th, they'll return home against Stephen F. Austin, and then on November 21st, they will play Western Carolina University. Matt went on to say that they would look at adding another game and making it a 9-game schedule season. That game could be announced as early as this afternoon. He also talked about the difficult decision that was made to play in the fall, but he continued to suggest that this was the best decision for this university and this institution for the university or the EKU University football program. And as that information becomes available, we will have it all for you here on WBON TV. Well, Governor Andy Beshear announced Friday that the state's application to bring in additional federal money to aid unemployed Kentuckians has been accepted. COVID-19 has caused the loss of millions of jobs across the nation, and unfortunately, Kentucky is no exception, the governor said. I am committed to fighting for every dollar to help our people survive this global pandemic and our workforce return to full strength. The governor said Kentucky is the first state in the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Region 4 to be approved through the agency's Lost Wages program to give $400 to unemployment insurance claimants. The governor noted that the federal government originally provided an additional $600 to those facing job loss. That program ended without a replacement by the U.S. Congress. We have decided to provide an extra $100 using CARES Act money. Kentucky's portion will be approximately $8 million per week for a total of $24 million over the 3-week initial grant period, Governor Beshear said. That initial grant period will be from July 26th to August 15th. It's now time for our first commercial break. When we come back, we've got some interesting arrests that took place in Madison County this week, plus a very inspiring story about a Make-A-Wish that has been made true, that is going on right now. And WBON TV will have that story for you when we come back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today, with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
At the Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
Wallingford Media Company is proud to be local. We are your local broadcasters, bringing you local news, local weather, local sports, and local happenings each and every day. Wallingford Media hopes you're proud to be local too, and will support our locally owned businesses that make our community unique. Supporting local helps us all. Did you know for every $100 spent with local businesses, $68 stays right here? Local business employs 77 million Americans and accounts for 17% of all new jobs over the last 17 years. These are the people that support our schools, local charities, and organizations. They are your friends and neighbors. So before you buy, be proud to be local, support local, shop local. This message proudly presented to you by your local broadcasters, Wallingford Media Company.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
It's here, a place to get scrubs in Richmond without having to make the drive out of town. Scrubs is a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way, Suite 2 in Richmond, with brands like Grey's Anatomy, Cherokee, Skechers, and the very popular Healing Hands brand. Scrubsies also has scrubs for men. They have shoes, and they can also embroider your scrubs with your name or company. Nurses have been at the forefront of the coronavirus pandemic, and Scrubsies wants to help take care of the ones who take care of us. Like them on Facebook for more information. Welcome back to your daily community briefing. Michael Watkins here with you. We're brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. Affordable Service Solutions, heating and air. When your AC stops cooling, call Brian with Affordable Service Solutions at 859-779-0122. And Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Let Bluegrass Marble and Granite take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. On Monday of this week, the Madison County Sheriff's Office was reportedly called to a 303 Brooks Road residence to execute a warrant. Deputies report making their way to the back of the residence and knocking on the bedroom door of 33-year-old Jessica Hawkins. When Hawkins opened the door, deputies allegedly observed various baggies, syringes, and a meth pipe in plain view. Hawkins reportedly admitted that the paraphernalia was hers. Deputies ran a background check on Hawkins and was advised of a warrant out for her arrest. Deputies placed Hawkins under arrest, and she was lodged in the Madison County Detention Center on charges of trafficking a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance first and third degree. The Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested 32-year-old Andrew Evans on charges related to child sexual abuse material. Evans was arrested as the result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect sharing images of child sexual exploitation online. These charges are a Class D felonies, punishable by up to 5 years in prison, and Evans was lodged in the Laurel County Detention Center. It seems like every day more events are being canceled due to caution surrounding the ongoing pandemic. However, a local arts and entertainment group will be putting on a free 6-hour concert tomorrow. Electric Berea will be conducting its second annual Electric Berea Band Showcase and Block Party tomorrow at 2 p.m. The event will highlight some of Madison County's best amplified musicians and will take place at the Spotlight Playhouse in Berea. Food vendors will also be at the event and will include local businesses like Barnyard Grub Food Trailer, The Local, and IP&J Cuban Food. The organizers want to remind potential audience members that even though it will be an open-air event, mask and social distancing will be encouraged. The audience area will be clearly indicated to maintain separation from the stage and food vendor areas. Well, a local girl will now have a dream come true, all thanks to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Campbell Doty, a 14-year-old freshman at Madison Central, has received a tiny cottage in her backyard so that she can enjoy the outdoors safely. Campbell will even have a parade in her honor before the reveal, taking place as we speak. KSP and other local agencies will participate in celebrating Campbell's wish reveal, and a special guest will be presenting Campbell with the keys to her cottage. If you would like to view Campbell's cottage after the parade, you are welcome to find a parking place on the street and come in the backyard since there is not viewable from the street. They ask that they have a pathway marked from the street to the backyard, and they ask that you wear a mask and adhere to social distancing protocols for everyone's safety. If you can't attend in person, they have the parade and reveal streamed on Facebook Live from Michelle Park, which is the mother of Campbell Doty. Doty is 14 and has a rare genetic condition called Bowring-Opitz syndrome. She was granted a wish by Make-A-Wish, and we went through a long process to make sure it was something she could really enjoy, says her mom. Campbell loves nature, especially sitting outside, listening to and seeing birds. Because of a visual condition related to her syndrome, being in the direct sunlight is uncomfortable. So we wanted to create something where she could enjoy all of that all year long. That was when her therapist and the people from Make-A-Wish designed her bird sanctuary. She has had multiple surgeries and hospitalizations over the years related to her condition, and she receives care from the Cincinnati Children's Hospital. WBON TV has a reporter at the parade in Refils and will follow with a full video story for that cannot attend. You can check that out later on the WBON TV Facebook page and our website. Well, Damian Massingale, age 17, was last seen off Haley Ridge Road, 2 miles north of London on 8/20/2020 and left overnight and has not been seen since then. Anyone knows the whereabouts of this juvenile, they are asked to contact Laurel Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. The Laurel County Sheriff's Deputy Brad Mink continues the investigation. It's now time for our second commercial break. When we come back, we'll have those coronavirus numbers for you. So don't go anywhere. Back in a few moments on your stations of Volume for Broadcasting, 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
At the Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
Wallingford Media Company is proud to be local. We are your local broadcasters, bringing you local news, local weather, local sports, and local happenings each and every day. Wallingford Media hopes you're proud to be local too and will support our locally owned businesses that make our community unique. Supporting local helps us all. Did you know for every $100 spent with local businesses, $68 stays right here? Local business employs 77 million Americans and accounts for 17% of all new jobs over the last 17 years. These are the people that support our schools, local charities, and organizations. They are your friends and neighbors. So before you buy, be proud to be local, support local, shop local. This message proudly presented to you by your local broadcasters, Wallingford Media Company.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
It's here, a place to get scrubs in Richmond without having to make the drive out of town. Scrubs is a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way, Suite 2 in Richmond, with brands like Grey's Anatomy, Cherokee, Skechers, and the very popular Healing Hands brand. Scrubsies also has scrubs for men. They have shoes, and they can also embroider your scrubs with your name or company. Nurses have been at the forefront of the coronavirus pandemic, and Scrubsies wants to help take care of the ones who take care of us. Like them on Facebook for more information. We are are back on your daily community briefing, and as always, we've got that governor recap with WBON TV's Ron Likens.
Although the number of new COVID-19 cases continue to remain high, there is some good news. The positivity rate is a little lower.
But today we're reporting 726 new cases of COVID-19, which means this virus is still out there. It's still aggressively spreading. Our total cases are now 41,626. Our positivity rate now down to 5.18%. That's good news. Here's the really hard news. We're announcing 14 new deaths today. We had 12 yesterday. We had 12 the day before. 38 deaths in just the last 3 days. So let's make sure that we make the right decisions to keep our cases low. Let's make sure that we wear our mask and stay 6 feet apart.
That's Governor Andy Beshear. The governor also predicted the death toll to remain in the double digits for several more days as the numbers of reported COVID-19 cases remain high. During yesterday's news conference, Governor Beshear talked about the Kentucky State Fair that got underway Thursday.
A state fair is such an important tradition that has been going on for so long here in Kentucky. This year's fair is participant only. It features wider aisleways, reduced occupancy, increased hygiene, accessibility, and facial covering requirements. Although the fair looks different, it still highlights our agricultural traditions. It still has the 4-H and FFA youth showing dairy cows and goats. With over 76,000 farms, 240,000 horses in the Commonwealth, the state fair does truly show such an important part of what makes us Kentuckians. And I'm proud that at the end of the day, the most important thing was our youth, was why we had a state fair to begin with, so that we could make sure that these kids got the opportunity to, in a safer environment, participate.
I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron, for that report. In Estill County yesterday, no new cases to report. The county total still remains at 39, 34 of which have recovered. There are still 5 active cases and 24 pending results in Estill County. There were 6 new cases to report in Laurel County yesterday, including a 60-year-old female, a 77-year-old female, a 59-year-old female, 17-year-old female, a 21-year-old male, and a 47-year-old male. The total number of cases for Laurel County now up to 491, with 127 active cases and 8 currently in the hospital. And as you can tell, a wide range of age groups affected by COVID-19 in Laurel County, with 10 over the age of 80 and 55 under the age of 18 contracting the virus. In Madison County yesterday, we mentioned earlier the 1 additional death for the county. That is now 2 that have passed away to COVID-19 in Madison County. The total number of cases now up to 1,063 after the 34 new cases reported from yesterday. There are 517 that have recovered and 545 active cases. Of those 545, 3 of those are hospitalized. 542 are fighting the virus at home. In Jackson County yesterday, they reported 15 new cases, and there are 515 total cases now for the Cumberland Valley Health District. 13 active cases in Rockcastle County with 84 total, 7 active cases with 133 total in Jackson County, and 39 active cases with 215 total in Clay County. Again, the total number of cases for the Cumberland Valley Health District is up to 515 with 59 active cases total. We appreciate you being with us once again this week here on your daily community briefing. Don't forget, we'll have that story up on the Make-A-Wish that with Kobe Campbell that is going on right now. We'll have that story up for you later on this weekend, and a recap of that on Monday's news briefing. We'll also have a full interview with Matt Rohn on the Sports Show Monday nights, so remember that as we recap the press conference that took place earlier today. That's all coming your way next week, folks. We'll see you then, same time, same place at 3 p.m. for your daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9.